My name is Jacelyn. I am Puerto Rican and I am born and raised in the city of Chicago. For undergrad, I received my Bachelor of Social Work from Loyola University. And for my master's degree, I went to University of Illinois, Chicago, so UIC, where I also received a Master's of Social Work with a concentration in community health and urban development. One thing that I think it is really important for those going into social work to remember or consider is that social work is not only doing casework and case management. You can literally do so many different things with your social work degree because social work is 3 different levels. We have our micro level, which is our individual work that we do working case management or even therapy sessions that we can do. We also have our mid-level and our macro level. And these are anything from community organizing all the way to working with the federal government, writing, creating, and implementing policy. I think it's really important to remember that. And I wish someone would have told me that going into social work initially is that I don't only have to do case management and that there's a whole world of social work out there in varying degrees. And I think that's really important to remember. I also think that it's really important to remember, not only remember, but also something that I wish that I was told going into social work is that I don't have to sacrifice my financial stability to be a social worker. That there is a possibility for you to make money in the field if you just know how to navigate the area of expertise. So for example, I know plenty of social workers who I graduated with who are able to make a substantial living. Some work for the FBI. Some are directors of nonprofits. Another is an entrepreneur for their own business. So I think it's really important to remember that you don't only have to do case management. You can broaden your horizons and move out of the nonprofit world because there are other institutions that value your skills with your social work degree that you can also make a difference, but also maintain your financial stability. And I wish that someone would have told me that initially because that would have been really helpful. Currently, I work for a insurance company where I do onboarding for new hires who are specifically nurses and social workers. I trained them on how to work with our vulnerable populations, specifically our elderly, people with disability, those with traumatic brain injuries, and those who have been diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. I trained them on how to work with this population using my social work degrees as well as my licensure. Something that is also really important to know when it comes to social work is that you will need to continuously build upon your expertise. In order to get ahead in the field of social work, it is recommended to get your social work, your master's degree in social work, as well as any licensing that is necessary to expand. So you can either become a licensed social worker or a licensed clinical social worker. But regardless, the more credentials that you have, the wider your opportunities will be. Lastly, I feel that social work is a great field to go into, and you can make a really big difference without having to sacrifice yourself doing it, as long as you know who you are, set your boundaries, and have a real passion for helping people.